Last time on Utopia Podcast, Godfrey, protecting the fellow members of his party, sacrificed himself to let Scylla and Livy run away from Erebus, blocking the tower. He suffered a bite and ran into the woods in an unknown direction away from where his comrades were going. And the rest of the party continued following Godfrey's direction to find this missing woman, to go in the direction they had originally planned. And that is where we find the party.
And with that, no, I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh, fuck.
What? Wait, what?
What?
What? What?
22.
Where even am I? 22. Go.
Just gonna do that. Hello?
Well, it's not
Roll,
going to be
please.
good, but I got to pull up my D&D Beyond.
Not 20.
Herman's master plan. Coming to roost.
Am I even here? Am I even
I'm also not
here?
going to use the Maya tonight. I'm going to use the Scylla.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good Scylla.
Okay. I assume Godfrey has a higher dex than Livy. Would that be a safe assumption?
Plus 3.
Did I roll it twice? Yes.
Yeah. I have +2.
Okay. Godfrey's gonna go first.
Well, he's also a nat 20.
I know. I'm sorry.
So sad.
But it's kind of a good thing
So true.
because this is what happens. Livy and Scylla, you stand on the outskirts of this spring. You watch Morgus and Maya playing in the center. And just as you sort of are talking to try to figure out what to do next, you perceive, remember those rolls we ended with? Perceive a rustling behind you. Adam, are you making any noise as this Bigfoot is like carrying you through the woods?
He would have at one point tried to talk to it
Yeah. What would you say?
if there was a travel time. He would go, Are you Maya? Are you taking me to her?
Uh-huh.
Please, you've got to put me down.
Can't.
Please, you don't understand. I've been bit.
Shh. Give me a persuasion check.
Accurate. 3.
3? Okay, I mean,
Mhm.
Bigfoots aren't super smart, so let's see what happens. No, it's a 7 on the die.
You don't understand. If you keep bringing me there, you're going to lead Erebus right to them. Please.
Gotta do the job.
Please. And then Godfrey will just be quiet.
Yeah. You break through the tree line. Scylla and Livy hear you, see you. And the Bigfoot doesn't try to place you on your feet, Godfrey. It just kind of hoists you back over, plops you on your butt in front of this spring and disappears back into the trees.
Morgus instantly runs.
Godfrey just rolls and lays very still.
Livy instantly runs towards Morgus.
Morgus?
Who are you?
I'm everything.
Who are you?
I'm sorry, excuse me? I what?
But
That was not in the script. That's
God,
not my line.
brain is destroyed. I just got back from a vacation. My brain isn't really functioning. Livy runs towards Godfrey immediately.
Scylla goes right with and drops to her knees by his side and yeah.
Godfrey, are you okay? Are you Godfrey?
Godfrey lies still on the ground, and you don't see him taking in breath. But you hear, "You have to go. You have to go."
Livy,
We're not going anywhere.
He kind of slowly pushes himself up to his knees.
Scylla offers her arm to help Godfrey steady himself.
Livy
if
stops
he wants to.
her.
What are you doing?
Godfrey, why aren't you breathing?
I was bit. You have to go. It picked me up, it brought me here. I was trying to avoid coming here, but you have to go now. You have to take as many of these people, and you have to go.
Oh, we're not doing that again. We already left you back there, and look what happened. We're not leaving you a second time, Godfrey. I'm not telling Weaver we left you a second time.
Livy tries taking several breaths to stop another panic attack. He's a bit tired of all the panic attacks lately. A bit blasé. We can't. She won't listen to us anyway. And you can't just wander on your own. Right now.
Godfrey looks around and kind of for the first time looks at the situation around him.
Yeah, you see Morgus across the way playing with this childlike figure with pink and blue and orange wings and dark black hair. And all of these people just seem happy and content in the water full of glowing sprites.
Where's Zippa?
We don't know.
We don't know. Scylla gets up from Godfrey's side and offers her hand down and says, "Get up. We have to find Zibba. Morgus is about to eat a bunch of fucking mushrooms. I'll take your head myself if you come for us. But I can't go back there and tell her that we left you a second time."
Godfrey will get up.
Cool. With that, we're gonna flash to Morgus. I like your beard. How'd you do that?
Oh, well, you see, I'm not really sure how long it took to grow, actually, but I've had it for as long as I can remember. And every morning, I sort of use a couple things. It's sort of a secret. It's an oil, but then you braid it, and there's a little bit of calming as well. A barber's brush works really, really well. I put these little gold rings in it, and I feel very fabulous, if I say so myself.
Can you do my hair?
Oh, happily. How would you like your hair done?
Just some braids.
Braids? Would you like braids like these ones, the bigger ones? Would you like finer braids?
Make it a masterpiece.
I shall make it the greatest masterpiece you've ever seen. Here, you sit on this rock and I'll stand behind you. I'm sure, so I don't need to sit down. Yeah, all right. And then 1, 2, 3, and then here.
Philip, will you tell me a story? And then just at that point, you can make another wisdom saving throw.
Help. My character sheet just went blank. Hold on.
Mercury's still in retrograde.
I was going to say there it is. Okay. I am not bound to Maya for all eternity.
Yet.
Yeah.
Rolled an 11 plus 4 for 15. How we doing?
You are no longer charmed.
Oh my god.
But you find yourself braiding Maya's hair. You remember everything.
Yeah.
And you also remember that you're charmed. But it doesn't feel like it was hurtful or harmful.
More like pay attention to me, love me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think Morgus is as this dawns on him, he'll pause, not stop, but he'll pause his stream of consciousness adulations on Maya and just sort of slow down the braiding and then just kind of half mumble, but I've got to slow down here for a minute, sort of to make it more intricate. I'm going to breed these two together. And his mind is just racing and he's going to like continue braiding just automatically and letting his fingers go as he merges two braids together at the back of her hair. And his eyes are going to start darting around to the other faces, trying to find his friends, if they're still in his viewpoint or not.
Yeah, you see Philip directly in front of Maya, just telling a story. And over to your right, across this vast spring of glowing sprites, you see Scylla and Ed speaking with Godfrey, who's sitting on the ground.
Ed and Livy have switched
I
places
said,
at
again,
this point.
I'm in this world.
Gosh
Because
darn it.
Morgus and Livy have switched places?
Did I mess it up now?
You called Livy Ed. It's
Fuck.
I wasn't going to say anything because I thought it was a very charming little scene of just me being in this world. I'm going to be real, though. I would have been charmed.
Player characters 3 and 4 are any of my friends like looking in my direction right now?
Yeah, after Godfrey stood up, Scylla's turned her attention back over to make sure that either you haven't disappeared or if Ziba's come back, and tries to wave and get your attention. I'm not yelling.
Yeah. Morgus is... I imagine Maya is also facing the same point that I am, since I'm standing behind Maya, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Morgus is just going to keep talking to Maya about what he's doing. Maya, would you I might have an extra little gold loop or something. Would you like some jewelry in it?
Sure.
Oh, of
Is
course.
it-
All right.
It's not real, is it? She'll
Hey,
turn
like-
around and look.
It might be real gold, sweetie.
Whoa.
It's just a little bubble. It's not much. Don't worry about it. It's for you.
Okay.
It's a gift.
I don't owe you any money.
No, don't worry about that. You're my friend.
Okay.
All right.
You're very
And then
nice.
he will... Well, I try to be. People tend to be nicer to me when I'm nice to them. And then he'll get out just like one of the little gold rings that he would put in like his own hair or beard. I imagine he has a couple and he doesn't... whether it's real gold or not, I don't know. But he will like start to weave a really pretty little knot design around that and then continue braiding. And as he does that and Maya turns back around, his eyes are going to dart directly into Scylla's eyes. And he's just going to slowly nod his head up and down and then give a little like flick of his chin and his beard. He's just going to try not to like break sentence or anything.
Scylla's big exaggerated wave all of a sudden. Am I picking up on this?
What?
Give me a perception check.
I should maybe not assume I am picking up on it.
I should say, like, Morgus is, like, looking directly into your eyes, and his nod is slow and slightly exaggerated.
14.
Yeah, I think you see this happening. It is about like 70 feet away, right? So there's 60 feet of water between the edge of each piece. I gotta turn my phone on silent. And so it's pretty far. If you think that, I think you all are in sync enough that you would know.
I think if I'm looking to catch his attention, I'm gonna notice and look for if he's. So as I'm kind of waving, I try and turn it into a stretch and look off that I have noted what he's trying to signal.
Cool. Ziba. You open your eyes. And your head feels a little wet. And your hand kind of comes away with some red, some blood. Like you've hit your head a little hard, or been hit on the head a little hard. You look around and you see bars, like a cell in front of you. And over to the left, you see this hulkingly large figure covered in head to toe hair with a shackle around its ankle and a chain attached to the wall.
Is it in the cell with me or in like the next cell?
In the cell with you.
With me. We're both shackled to the wall in a cell.
Yeah, you're in about a 10 foot by 10 foot space together.
Oh, that's tight. And they're big?
Big, yeah.
I feel like they're hogging the room.
Definitely.
Do they seem threatening at all?
They're just staring at you.
All right. Do they seem injured similarly?
No.
Oh. Well, at least we're both shackled. That's something to bond over.
You're not shackled, actually. You're just stuck.
I'm not shackled! What?
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to find something in common here, all right? You're really making this hard. But we're both locked in.
Mm-hmm.
They're just staring me down.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing there's nothing else to stare at. We're like the only people. There's not anyone watching the cell.
Yeah, if you look out of the cell, you see like a few bags of food goods. Like there's a bag of apples and a bag of grain, and there is like some dry storage, some kegs, but you don't see any people. And it seems to be a hallway that goes for a little while. It's kind of dark and damp in here.
This is probably a really important question to ask. What am I missing? Like,
you're not missing anything.
Me? Nothing? Nothing's missing?
Nope.
I still have my sword and everything. They just threw me in a cell?
Yep.
Is the cell locked?
The last thing you remember is wandering into the woods looking for the source of something that smelled really, really delicious and good. You gonna try the door?
I'm guessing it's not here. Is the delicious smell? I feel like this does not fit that vibe.
It doesn't seem to fit the vibe, and you also don't smell it anymore.
How does my, acquaintance smell?
Give you perception check.
I feel like this is important to know, okay? 18 minus 1, 17.
They don't smell bad. They're not like dirty, but they do smell like a little stale, like they've been here for a while.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do the dumb move and just try opening the door.
Yeah, it's definitely locked.
There's always a tiny sliver of hope. Okay.
I appreciate you acting on that hope.
All right. There doesn't seem to be any like conveniently placed key just left in the door because they're too like lazy to take it out of the door.
No.
All right. I'll just turn to my friend and been like, so, have you been in this area very long?
Just tuck their legs up tighter into their chest and keep staring at you.
That's okay. You don't have to be much of a talker. I've been told I talk enough for at least 3 people. Hi, I'm Dee Dee. You got a name?
Susan.
Susan, nice to meet you, Susan. That's a very nice name. It suits you.
Why are you hurt?
Right. That is a very good question. I was hoping you could tell me, but I guess we both don't know.
I just saw my husband drop you here.
Your husband? Then why are you here? That doesn't seem like a great way to treat your wife? Partner?
Well, it's not his fault, really. It's kind of my fault, actually.
Oh, you might be only looking at this from one perspective. I haven't heard that, biases can really change a story. I'm sure there's more to it than that. It can't be all one person's fault.
Yeah. Do you have any food?
Oh, I probably do, actually. I mean, they're always shoving food in here, or someone else is shoving food in here, so there's typically food in here. They make me clean it out a lot, though, when it goes bad. But I'm sure Morgie's packed me something. What is that? I don't know.
I don't know what's in your backpack.
I don't update this often enough, okay? It says I still have crab meat. I feel like that's incorrect.
You definitely don't have crab meat anymore.
No. We got rid of that.
Alright. I do have a weird crown in my dragon flower. I have that down.
Mm-hmm.
I have rations. I swear I asked Morgan. I bought some apples, didn't I? Did we eat all those on the trip here?
No.
Oh, I got some apples, Always have an apple to share with a friend.
I love apples.
Me too, right? I think people underestimate the amount of variety. You can make so many different meals out of them, and they're always you can have sweet or bitter. There's so many different oh, sorry. I've been told I talk too much about apples.
That's okay. I'm sorry I don't have anything to trade with you.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I mean, honestly, most of the time I can't even eat them all fast enough and I end up having to throw some away because they say that it makes my bag stink. So you're helping me out. You're doing me a favor.
Has Eva realized this is a Bigfoot yet?
I think so. You know what? I'm not quite sure, actually. I don't know.
Oh no.
I'm not actually sure. They might just be like, all right, I can't judge a person for being overly hairy. I mean, I haven't purposely stared at their feet or anything. That hasn't come up in conversation, okay? You don't just meet someone and go, hey, are you a Bigfoot? Like, I don't know. You don't, like, walk up to someone and be like, hey, are you Presbyterian? Like, you just don't ask those people those things.
As cynical as you've been about Bigfoot, have you ever had a Bigfoot described to you?
That's the thing. I think the only assumption I actually have about Bigfoot is that they have big feet, right? So right now I'm focused on the fact this person's probably just really hairy, and I don't see that as a, like, a trait of a Bigfoot. So I'm like, I'm not going to say anything because I'm sure it's a sensitive subject, and I'm not going to bring it up unless they want to bring it up.
Your vision, ankles upward. You saw them bound by their ankles to the wall. Never looked.
Well, first
below.
off, they never said how they were manacled to the wall. Second of all, they could very well be like sitting on their feet or like cross-legged or something like that. I don't know how this person's sitting. And what if their hair covers their feet? I don't know how, Harry. I think I need more information here before I can make a judgment on that.
Do you think they're like it or
Also,
the
who
Addams
stares at
Family?
people's feet? Who stares at people's feet? That's all I'm saying.
Amazing. Well, Susan takes the apple from you and eats it pretty, voraciously. That's not the word. Yeah, it is. Voraciously. There we go. And
I'll just keep talking about random stuff. Just keep handing him apples. I got a bunch of blue apples for a friend of mine. He really likes blue things, I noticed, but then we got in a fight, so I never actually gave them to him. But here, you can have some more of those if you want. I mean, they're probably going to go bad pretty soon. They've been in here for a few weeks now. Do you want anything else? I might have some water. Wait, what did you say was the problem again between you and your husband? Do you want to talk about that? Don't feel like you have to, though. I mean, I don't want to pressure you into anything.
oh, there's no problem between my husband and I. I mean, maybe there's an inadvertent problem, but it's really just that we were walking through the woods trying to just go on a little vacation. We're from Synth Grab, you see. We're not really from around here.
Me too. No way. I've
really?
never seen you around there before. I feel like I would remember.
Yeah, we don't normally interact with other people very often.
Oh,
But,
really? That's a shame.
Yeah, we met this little girl, and she seemed really sweet, and she really needed some love and attention. So we decided, we'll just hang out here. It's just the two of us. We don't have any children of our own, so gonna help them out. And well, then you see, we spent a few weeks here, and we wanted to continue our vacation, and she didn't really want us to continue our vacation, so she tricked us, and she gave us these bracelets, and she holds up her wrist, and you see a metal kind of a bracer around her wrist with this shocking electricity. And then she put me in here, and if my husband doesn't do what she says, then she not very nice to me, and then he feels that too.
Well, that doesn't sound like it's either of your fault. This sounds like the strange little girl's fault.
Perhaps, but Simon really didn't want to stay, but I really just wanted to, give this little child some love.
I mean, who can fault you for being caring? I mean, I feel like we don't really need to assign blame. At least that's what I've been told, is you should never assign blame. But, let's be honest, everyone wants to a little bit. And, I feel like in this case, it's 5% maybe you contribute to this scenario and 95% the girl's fault.
How
But I'm just
old
an
are
outside perspective.
you? You're very wise.
Yeah, I've been told that I'm pretty mature for my age. Probably better than this little girl. Anyways, you want somewhere to eat?
And with that, we will pop back to Godfrey, Scylla, and Livy, who are now standing on the shores of the spring. Morgus having made googly eyes at Scylla.
That's an interesting way to say
Wobbly
it.
eyes. Raised eyebrows. Some kind of eyes. I don't know.
Bug eyes.
Fixed, intent-filled eye contact.
It's that look you give your friend at a bar that, get this fucking creep away from me, that,
Okay. That look.
It was very much like, I can't be with you right now, but find an entry because
I'm doing this.
I need a wingman right now.
Scylla turns back to Godfrey and listen, I know obviously that there's a thing that we have to sort out. Are you hurt? Are you if we need you, if things are not as nice as they seem here, are you good? And she holds out her hand, and as she does, a little bit of sort of mauve energy comes up.
I don't know.
Are you hurt?
More than I've ever been.
She kind of goes under his hand and takes his wrist.
It's daytime, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it had transitioned to night at the end of...
Oh, it probably did.
session.
You're right. Yeah, it did.
Okay, the Livy is...
It is day or nighttime now. Mm-hmm.
All right. So
this mauve energy comes off her hand, and she'll offer you 9 points of healing. And then she'll let go.
considering Livy tried very hard to break his curse, I'm assuming he knows quite a bit about the vampiric process. I assume he knows more than most. So how long does it take for you to become a vampire after bitten?
Well, it's like the whole process, right? It's like you have to be bitten, and then you have to drink the blood from the other person, from the vampire, and then you have to be buried, and then you have to dig yourself out of your grave, and then you're a vampire. And then if you don't feed within a certain amount of time, normally about 2 to 3 days, you will crumble to dust.
Godfrey, did you drink his blood?
No.
Okay. So, you might not be a vampire. You might be a dampier.
Livy, are you saying we can stop this? We can slow it?
Well,
yeah, before we get too far, I want to describe that as well. So, as you go to lay hands on Godfrey, it just kind of like shimmers away. You've never experienced something like that before, but it's like cannot be absorbed.
Hey, if you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need all in one place. Here, let me explain. Anchor has all the tools to allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Whenever hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. And best of all, Anchor's totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
right.
Godfrey, I'm sorry.
He's in limbo right now.
No, don't be. What's the next play?
Well,
We have to get over there, I think. We have to find Ziba.
All three of you give me a perception check.
8.
Natural one.
Oh.
It's going great.
20.
Godfrey is staring into center space.
Livy, you swear you hear the whisper of Ziba's voice on the wind.
It's a good thing I never shut up.
He immediately, like Papa Bear mode, immediately activates, and he snaps his head to the direction. I hear her.
It's coming
What's up?
from the center stone. And as you look a little bit harder, you see that through the water, there seems to be an opening to a cave.
Let me double check my features because I don't want to. I know. Right. Cool. Okay. Livy takes off his very nice coat, revealing nothing underneath because he tore up his only shirt. Zippa's down there. I don't. And then he dives, and he doesn't need to breathe.
Are you getting close to the edge before you dive, or are you just like running, diving?
He's getting close to the before he dives.
You don't even know how shallow it is.
As you get close to the edge, all of the sprites, the little lights seem to gather around right in front of you where you would be in the water. And you see these like tiny pitchforks and sharp teeth as they just stare at you from underneath the surface.
Oh, God. Out. Hey. Hey, lady.
What's going on?
She's down there. And look at this.
What do you mean she's down there? What, in there? In the water?
Yes. Like Livy points exactly where she is. She's in that cave.
Oh, well, so what's stopping you then?
Look at the water.
Scylla walks up to the edge.
See the same thing. You even hear like murmuring of voices. It sounds like a million insects buzzing.
What are these? And she sort of puts her hand out.
Cool. Does a 18 hit?
Yeah, of course it does.
You take 3 piercing and 2 poison damage. As one of the little pitchforks
Does she have
stabs
to roll
you.
Constitution?
For poison, yeah, you're right. Constitution saving throw.
6.
Yeah, you definitely take that.
You little fucker. That thing just stabbed me.
Nice.
Well, I'm not letting these things get in the way of Ziba. I'm gonna draw my longsword and...
Wait, maybe we can talk to the goddess before we just... Because, I mean, there's a lot of them, and they seem really strong.
They're little.
There's a lot of them. How many are there?
Once I got around Morgus, God.
There are a lot. There are a lot. It's almost like when you look out into a field of fireflies, like there are a lot of these things.
Or tiny pseudo dragons.
Livy, if you can reason with her.
Okay. Livy's gonna go on walk on these rocks as much as if he can without them attacking.
Yeah, you can walk on the rocks that are protruding. Gets you about 5 feet closer to the little island in the center. So they're 55 feet away now.
Hey, we have a new playmate.
Do you want to be my friend? She doesn't turn her head in fear of messing up Morgus's braids.
Of course. And
No, you already said no. Does your new... Whoa. What is that thing? Man thing. Is that rude? She whispers to Philip. I think it's okay if you don't know to ask. What are you? She yells over to Godfrey.
I feel like Godfrey, just like his ears are ringing with that undertone of the forest noise, and his eyes are just darting between shadows in the tree lines. And until this moment, he was just completely snapped out of anything that was happening with anyone else. He turns around and he goes, "What?
What are you?
I am Godfrey."
That's a thing? The name of a thing?
It's my name.
Okay, so that's who. Do you want to be my friend?
You see Livy's attempting to mouth, just say yes.
Godfrey's passive perception is 15.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to roll it, or is that...
No, that's fine. You definitely
Does he
see it.
catch that? Yes, I would like to be your friend.
Yay! Stop, Morgan, stop. I'll come back. Just give me 1 second. And she gets up and she flies over. And she lands on Godfrey's shoulders.
Sorry, can I go through the water?
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
do I have to be a better friend to do that?
They're kind of fickle, and sometimes they like me, and sometimes they don't, and sometimes it's a thing, and sometimes it's not. Why are you one in the water?
I would like to swim. It's been a long day.
You seem tired.
That's a word for it.
Are you alive?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I have some friends that are very smart, and we'll figure it out together.
Maya,
Yeah? Wait, how do you know my
do you
name?
know about Erebus?
Why does everyone keep talking about that person?
It's She may be able to see through my eyes, Maya.
Oh, that's not a thing. Who told you that? That's something that people would say to scare kids, and that's not true.
They told me it.
That's silly.
Just the skull mask just turns and just stares into Maya's eyes.
Okay, you're creepy.
But at least we're friends.
Yeah. Everyone needs friends. Even creepy people like Godfrey's.
Hey, Maya.
You want to be my friend now, too?
Yeah. No, let's be friends.
Yeah, no? No?
No, yeah. Let's be friends.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no. Let's be friends.
Oh,
Maya.
no.
Do you know what the most important part of being friends is?
Loving each other?
That is the most important part. Do you know what the second most important part is?
Supporting each other?
Okay, you're very prioritized for a little girl, huh?
Maya.
You know what the third most important thing is?
Years old.
Trust, Maya.
The third most important thing is to never leave someone behind.
She looks at Godfrey. That's important, not leaving anyone behind. But another important part of friendship is trusting your friends and trusting that they're looking out for you. Do you trust your new friends, Maya?
Sometimes.
You
Are you
trusted me to
saying-
braid your hair.
Shush, Marcus, I'm having a conversation over here.
Aye, good point. Sorry. I think I'm way over here.
Do you
can
want
edit
to?
that out. Sorry.
Do you want to talk too?
Is Morgus like way back in the center and she's all the way across?
Yeah.
Please edit that part out.
Livy, by the way, is running back.
I feel like I just interrupted the scene.
Livy, by the way, is running back.
He's what?
He's running to the he's running back.
Running back.
Yeah, to where everyone is.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think Morgus, if she looks over and goes, Morgus, do you want to talk to? Morgus will just kind of wave and sure. Yeah, they're good people.
Can you fly?
No.
Most wizards I know can fly.
I'm not like most other wizards.
Okay. Well, you can tell me about that later, because I definitely want to hear about it. But right now, I
Sure.
think I need to be a grown-up, huh? Okay,
If it helps with flying, sure.
And she'll lift from Godfrey's shoulders and begin to fly back to the center, transforming into the older version of herself.
Livy will he just got
Livy's
there. He's like, fuck.
And we'll grab Morgus, flying him back over and placing him with the rest of the party before she puts her feet on the ground. With that, we're going to flash back to Ziba.
Arriving.
How many apples have you given this? Have you given Susan?
I feel like we just keep. We're probably just gonna keep eating and chatting for a bit, and highly likely all the apples I have on me will be eaten by the end of this conversation. But just to start putting into the conversation, do you know where we are, or how many people are here, or how we get in and out of this place? Because I gotta pee.
Oh yeah, you gotta do that over here. And she stands up, and she is you come up to the bottom of her bosom. She's very large. She has to kind of crouch over in the short height of this thing, and she kind of just oh, sorry, and slides against the wall. And you hear the rattling of the chain of the thing on her ankle that I just can't think of the name of at this point. And there's a bucket.
Nice. But apparently doesn't smell that terribly, so.
Oh no, someone comes in 2 or 3 times a day and cleans it up.
Oh, so there are other people here. Is this a party? Is the same little girl that's keeping you down here for your husband keeping me down here? Why did they put me in here with you?
I don't know. He said that he accidentally knocked her head on a tree while he was trying to bring you here. And that Maya said to put you in here. That's all I know.
So you do know how I got hurt. Well, why didn't you say so earlier? Did you think I was going to judge you? I mean, accidents happen.
I, just, can never judge someone's character by how they look. And I just wanted to make sure you were an okay person. And you know what? I think you are.
Oh, thanks. You seem like a really nice person, too. I'm really surprised we never ran into each other in St. Crab, though.
It's a big country. But,
well,
yeah, I mean, there's different people that come in and bring some snacks and food twice a day, but I'm always hungry,
Yeah. Why also, if, they're trying, it seems like they're trying to make you a little bit comfortable, right? If they're keeping it clean and bringing in food and helping out. But, why are you shackled and caged in? It seems a little extreme.
Well, I'm pretty strong.
Me too. I'll like put up a bicep, like, look.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty great.
Oh, I won quite a few arm wrestling matches back in my day.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Well, I might have to arm wrestle at some point then.
Well, I mean, we're here much longer. So can you open the door then?
I haven't tried.
Oh, are you worried about your husband?
Yeah, I don't really know what's on the other side of this, and if I get hurt, he gets hurt, and the last thing that I want to do is to make him feel pain in any sort of way.
Well, do you want me to go check? As far as I know, when I get hurt, I'm usually the only one who feels it. Though I have hurt other people before, but I don't think that was the same thing.
Oh.
Also, I'm pretty sneaky. You should see me with my friends, a hide and sneak champion, I would say so. I mean, they don't stand a chance.
Hide and seek
pretty good at it.
Wow. How old are you again?
Old enough to be arm wrestling for drinks.
Okay. Well, here. She reaches down and just rips the chain out of the wall that's holding the bracer on her ankle.
All right.
Well, that didn't hurt at all.
Well, that's good. Then your husband's not hurt either. I feel like we're off to a pretty good start.
I'm not sure I can do anything about this door, though. If you look up here,
If you need help, I'm pretty strong too. I can help.
well, if you look, well, it's like down into the stone on the top and the bottom, and might be a little hard to you know.
Was it? There's a question for you, Music. Was it built for an alleged Bigfoot, or was it built for a half orc?
It was built for something large. It doesn't look like it's recently built, though. It looks pretty old.
All right. So, well, I'm sure my friend Susan will shoot me down if this is a bad idea. Well, I'm pretty skinny. What if I just, if we just pull the bars open a little bit and I'll sneak through? I mean, I'm strong. I got muscle, but, some might say I'm a little scrawny. But I just haven't grown into it yet.
Can certainly try. She puts her hands on two of the bars and begins to pull them apart. And she makes the space about 4 inches wider. So it's total about a foot wide at this point.
All right. I can work that. I'll take my backpack off because there's no way I'm getting through that with a backpack. Okay, logic. Be like, well, I'll leave the snacks here. I think I only really need this just in case. But I'll just go take a peek up there and figure out what's going on, and I'll come back and get you. Maybe I'll find a key while I'm at it.
Okay.
All right. I'm just gonna leave my backpack and my snacks.
Okay. You taking
Just
your
take my
sword?
sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then gotta be sneaky. I have a reputation here.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
I really hope this is a good stealth check or I'm gonna be sad. 18 plus. Am I on the right? Yeah, okay. I thought I was better at that. Plus 3. 21.
Cool. You can probably squeeze through.
I definitely could. I definitely could squeeze through a foot. You gotta check the math, all right? I respect that.
I couldn't
Beautiful.
picture it in my brain. I had to pull out the ruler.
It's a decent amount of space. This is a decent amount of space. I could get through that. I said, there's no way I couldn't get through it with the backpack. All right, it's a tight fit, but as someone who's had to break into their house through a cracked window before, it's possible.
Yeah, that's so much better than Googling it.
Cool. Yeah, you slither out. Like I said, there's lots of bags of like foods, cookable foods, dry goods. There's some barrels full of water and things. And you get to the end.
I'm gonna sneak back real quick though and take the dry goods and like bring them closer to the cell and be like, "Oh, I'll bring it back. Just wanted to get you over."
You see her hand just come out and you head farther and further down until you get to the end and you just see like a wall of water.
Like a waterfall?
No, like the exit and entrance of this cave is just blocked by water. And it
I'm very
seems to
concerned
be
about the oxygen in this cave now. Do I see like in this wall of water? All right, do I see like the little sprites?
Oh yeah.
Well, I know nothing about these sprites, so I'm gonna like put my finger out. Just really slowly.
Oh my gosh. Okay. They gather closer and closer. One
Like a
tries
fish
to
tank.
stab you with its pitchfork and misses
Never mind.
with an 8.
Thought this was a cute viewing area. Never mind. Oh, not nice. Not nice at all. Do you guys have a name? Have you come to this area often? Been here very long?
You mean
Staring into the wall of water.
you just hear like buzzing and chirping and unintelligible sounds through the water?
So if it just makes clicking noises with their tongue back.
They seem to like get angry and more of them come up. They're pointing at you.
Really? I feel like they want something. Let's just take some of like the food that, on my way to like dragging back to Susan. Had like a handful. I gotta shut my own pockets. Gotta have your own snacks for sneaking. I'll just take one and like throw it in the water like it's a fish pond.
They just stab it and like then like kick it off of the thing and it floats down in the water just down to the bottom.
All right, I guess you don't like snacks. That's fine.
But in the crystal
Just
clear
waste it.
water through like the little sprites, you see that you're below the water line and up to the top there's like the ridge of the shore across the way, and you can see a few shapes of figures and even like the gleam of Morgus's armor, which is very
So
recognizable.
I can see that they're up there.
Yeah.
And this is the only exit I found.
Yep.
There's no portholes to breathe or anything.
No.
Very concerned about that.
You also
okay.
If you want to do an investigation check, you can to see if there's.
I would.
Yeah.
I want to know how this works. All right, if I'm running out of breath, I want to know. I am rolling a lot of 18s tonight, but it's still a -1, so 17.
That's great. As you were thinking about oxygen, you're looking around. You've looked like down at your level, at eye level. You've looked at your feet. You looked out. And as you're looking out and up, you just kind of continue to look up into the ceiling. And you see about 30 feet above your arm's reach a small hole that has been cut. And it goes all the way up. You can see the night stars all the way through with your dark vision. And there's like a grate at the top.
Oh, it's only 30 feet.
And that's it. That's the end of another episode of Utopia. We hope that you enjoy it. What is going to happen next? What in the world is Godfrey? Why doesn't Sibna realize she's speaking to a Bigfoot? All that and more in the next episode. Intro and outro by Nolan Clark. Everything else by myself and the cast. Have a great day.
Bye.